Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video, we're taking a trip down memory lane and reminiscing with a playthrough of Bendy and the Ink Machine on PlayStation 4. Well, actually, in this video, we're just going to play through Chapter 1. I kind of want to see how you guys like this. If you guys aren't interested in any more of these videos after this one, then I won't do any. But if you would like to see me play through the rest of the chapters on PS4, then I can do that as well, because what I plan to do with this is talk about the chapter as I go through it, what I liked about it, what I didn't like so much about it, and sort of just kind of show you the secrets as well, like show you where the bacon soup cans are, you know, where the audio recordings are. So basically, if you're going through this for the first time and you want to know what all the secrets are, you can basically watch this video along with me, play it together, and obviously find everything you need to get all the trophies in the game, because I'm going for all the trophies in this game myself. But also, I just kind of wanted to make this just to show you guys how it's running on PS4 after the patch. They've patched it up, it's now fully working as far as I can tell, and it looks pretty nice. So the latest patch came out today. We're trying it with that patch. I've deleted my previous save so we can begin afresh. So let's begin with Bendy Chapter 1. Dear Henry, it seems like a lifetime since we worked on cartoons together. 30 years really slips away, doesn't it? If you're back in town, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you. Your best pal, Joey Drew. So there we go, guys. The message from Joey that started everything, that sort of brought Henry back to the studio after all those years, although it does take on a different meaning once we played through the ending. If you want to see my theory to do with the ending of Chapter 5, just go and check it out. It's on the channel. Probably link at the end of this video. Here we go, Chapter 1, Moving Pictures. This is actually one of my favourite chapters in the game.
Alright, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
Okay, so we've just arrived at the studio. And we're basically just going to play through this on PS4, guys. I'm going to show you where all the secrets are. So our first bacon soup can is here. So just pick that right up there. As I say, I will be taking you through this game, just basically showing you through it on PS4 and basically talking about the chapter and what I thought of it when I originally played it, and with the improvements they made along the way. So this chapter, it was always very mysterious. As you entered the studio, of course, you didn't really know what was happening. You knew that Henry had returned to his old animation studio, but apart from that, you didn't really know what to expect. And I think this has some of the most intrigue of any chapter, has one of the best atmospheres of any chapter, has all these weird messages like dreams come true, but you're like, who wrote that? It's kind of just keeps you guessing, but the structure and the pace of this chapter, I always think, is really well done. So with that said, let's keep going. We'll go and raise up this ink machine. It's the first order of business. I remember how much this ink machine room changed as well over time. If you remember what it was originally like, it was just the ink machine in the middle of a room, quite a small room. Now we come into it, it's got all these chains, it raises up from down there. Of course, first we need to power on the actual box with these dry cells, which you didn't have to do before the remaster of the chapter. It's all new, this stuff. Nice little additions. So we'll bring up the ink machine now. This sequence, as I say, it's a lot more grand than it originally was in the first iteration of the game, but all the better for it, of course. Here it is, the ink machine, where all the trouble stems from. There we go. Okay, so now we just need to go and start our mission, which is to power that sucker on. So the first thing I'm going to do is just get straight to the room to get our objective started, but I'm going to pick up this bacon soup first, which is here. So we want to run over to here and get jump scared by the plank and enter this room.
Alright, how do I get this to work?
And now we can start actually collecting stuff. Here we go. Ah, here's Bendy.
Here?
Who put that there? I think it's probably Sammy Lawrence that put that there, isn't it?
Joey, what were you doing?
This was interesting because, you see, you've got Boris Clone here, and he's next to the toolbox that the handymen like Wally Franks and Thomas Connor would have used. So I always put that like 2 and 2 together and assumed that the gent workers and the maintenance workers were the people that were turned into the Boris clones. I think that's the correct theory, seeing as what we know about Thomas Connor now from Chapter 5. So we've got the wrench, spanner, whatever you'd call it. We need to now go to, I think we'll go to Wally Frank's audio log next. I'll show you where that is. Pretty hard to miss, but in case you haven't got it, it's here. Just let you listen to this, guys.
At this point, I don't get what Joey's plan is for this company. The animation sure aren't being finished on time anymore, and I simply don't see why we need this machine. It's noisy, it's messy, and who Also, get this. Joey had each one of us donate something from our workstation. We put them on these little pedestals in the break room to help appease the gods, Joey says. Keep things going. I think he's lost his mind. But hey, he writes the checks. But I tell you what, if one more of these pipes burst, I'm out of here.
So there we go, guys. We've heard from Wally Franks in that audio log. One problem I have got with the PS4 version, I don't know if the Xbox one does this as well, at the moment, until you cue another audio recording, you still have the message on the screen whenever you're close to the recorder. I don't know why. It has got another patch today, but it still hasn't fixed that issue, so that's still in there for now. It's not a major thing, it doesn't affect gameplay or anything, but it does obviously annoy a little bit. Ruins the visuals a little bit, but that's about it. Anyway, there's some more bacon soup in there. I've just collected them, as you can see. Let's head on. We're going to go around the corner, and we're going to open this door on the left, and there's some more bacon soup in here. I think there's just one can. Yep. So we've got that. Let's go through here. Let's pick up the Bendy plushie and get all the soup on the shelf there. As well as that, there's one here. So we want to pick up that soup from there, and then collect all these. These are quite hard to get, actually. You have to be quite precise with your aiming to get them, but there you go. 3 on that shelf, and that's everything in this room, I believe, bacon soup-wise. It was actually a glitch where you couldn't get the trophy, so I've already been through this game twice trying to get all the bacon soup, and it's been glitched, so I'm really hoping that's one of the bugs they fixed. Otherwise, I'm not going to be best pleased. Going through it for a 3rd time and still not getting the trophy. I think this is the only thing I would say if anyone from the company's watching this, from the Meatly's watching this, or whoever's doing the port of this game, I would put a bit more detail into your patch notes, because I can't really tell what bugs have been fixed, you know, from what it just says bug fixes. So here's some more soup, guys, in the closet. Pretty bare now, as you can see. We've got all that soup, and here is something they added actually with the remaster of the chapter, which is the ability to play darts. It's quite fun. Just a nice little mini game. You don't get anything from it. I think there might have been an achievement on the PC version for it, but that's about it. But it's just kind of fun. I liked playing darts. Of course, I'm from the UK. Darts are quite a part of our culture, at least the part of our culture that goes to the pub. There's a trapdoor. We can get to the trapdoor later if we meet some very specific criteria as we go through the game. It's very hard to do, but there is a video on my channel of how to unlock this when you get to the end of the game, so go and check that out if you're interested. You get a little surprise and a little treat when you do so. So we'll go back upstairs now, guys. We're going to go and get the record next, which is from this room here, which is Sammy's ritual item. And of course we want to activate the radio as well, which we'll do in a second. Just so we get that trophy for activating all the radios in the game, so we'll do that. There you go. Music's playing. We've heard that music before, I'm sure, by now. And if you haven't, just activate radio yourself, I guess, and take a listen. So I can't remember if we got the bacon soup from over here or not, but there is one here. Yeah, we did. We got that. Okay, cool. So there's nothing more in this room we need. We need to go over to the animation room next. We'll check out Henry's desk first.
Hey, here's my old desk. I wasted so much time in this chair.
So you can see, obviously, Henry hasn't got the fondest memories of this place, but he is basically saying that this is his desk, and so it looks like he created Bendy. You can also use the seeing eye tool here, or the looking glass tool, whatever you want to call it, and it says he was born here, which suggests that Bendy was in fact a creation of Henry, or at least he had a big part in Bendy's creation.
Looks like they knocked out a wall or two after I left. Guess it took a few people to replace me.
And you can see, yeah, it's taken quite a few people to replace Henry at the studio because he was working so hard on the animations. They had to hire a whole team of people to replace him. And look, here's a nice little secret to do with this Bendy drawing. If you look away from it, it doesn't always work, but we'll try. If you look away from it, it should change when you're not looking. There you go. And you can do this a number of times, and it will change each time into something else. Let's have a look. Well, it's meant to. It doesn't happen every time, but it is meant to. Is it going to change, or am I going to have to move away from it? Yeah, there you go. So you can see it just keeps changing into different poses. It's quite a fun little Easter egg there. You can see all the animation frames here. It's quite cool. Different animators doing different things. There aren't any more bacon soup cans or things to collect in here, and I think we just need to go and get the gear. That's the last item we'll need, guys, and then we can activate the ink machine itself. And also, I want to say there is a new theory video coming for Bendy soon on the channel. I'm just doing this because I haven't got anything made today, because my next video is quite a large project. It's going to take a little bit of time to make. So I thought I'd do this today for you guys, and hopefully you're enjoying the video. If you are, remember to give it a like, leave me a little comment down below, of course, and subscribe to the channel if you're into this kind of content and want to follow what I upload. Okay, so we're moving through this area now, guys. We're going to just put all the pieces down on the ritual, I don't know what you call them, platforms, the pedestals. Here you go. I always find it satisfying, I don't know why, just the way they click into place and the lights come on. I think that's a nice touch.
Now I just need to get the ink flowing somehow. Should be a switch around here somewhere. Then I can start up the main power.
So now we want to go and turn on the main power, which we do by going down here again, back to where we got the Bendy plushie from. See, that Wally Franks thing's still showing up. It's annoying. Oh, there is a little secret here as well. Little jump scare. Little jump scare there. It's quite fun. So we'll go around here, and there's another jump scare, which I believe is a Sammy Lawrence jump scare, because we can sort of see this sort of footprints. Ah, I forgot that jump scare. There's some footprints that lead into the wall here. It looks like Sammy sort of put that there and then legged it up over here into the wall. So we'll turn on the ink pressure. I like the sound of that ink, the way it comes out that pipe. They didn't really maintain this studio very well, did they, as time went by? It's kind of falling to pieces, isn't it, in here? I kind of feel like Wally Franks didn't do his job very well, maintaining this place. So we'll go back now. We're going to activate the ink machine, and finally meet Bendy, of course. Right, here we go. The ink machine room. Let's activate this sucker. Boom. Alright, now let's go and find the Meatly secret, because there is one here. If you go into this room, guys, with Boris clone, and you look at the Who's Laughing Now, there's a Boris poster here. These secrets are always found behind Boris posters. Go in here.
What the heck is this?
And we meet the Meatly. But isn't an achievement, as far as I'm aware, on console for getting these things, but they're just fun to find. So there it is. One thing that still remains much of a mystery, even though I've done a theory on what it could have been, are these footprints. No one will ever know, I don't think, unless they release some kind of prequel DLC or something. No one will ever know exactly who these footprints belong to. They lead in here. We can't get through this door, of course. So let's go and meet Bendy now. The greatest jump scare of the game, perhaps. Because when I didn't expect that for the first time, even when Bendy looked really like dodgy in the original version of the game, that jump scare got me so bad. Place is coming down. Here we go. Need to bail. Ah! Ooh. I never noticed before that ceiling actually falls inwards. That's kind of cool. I don't know if they adjusted that recently or something. And this one as well. I never noticed that on the PC version. Wah. Okay, so anyway, we've fallen down here. I always think that sequence is one of my favourites in the whole game. I actually think Chapter 1 is just literally one of the best chapters from the way it's put together. It's content light, but it's done like it's brilliantly executed. I think it really holds up. So we're going to get the bacon soup can here, guys, and here is an audio log by Thomas Connor, so we'll just take a listen to that.
It's dark and it's cold, and it's stuck in behind every single wall. In some places, I swear this godforsaken ink is clear up to my knees. Whoever thought that these crummy pipes could hold up under this kind of strain? And I know something about pressure I don't, or he's some kind of idiot. But the real worst part about all this are the noises the system makes, like a dying dog in its last legs. Make no mistake, this place, this machine, this whole darn thing, it just isn't natural. You can bet I won't be doing any more repair jobs for Mr. Joey Drew.
So there we go. Thomas Connor was not a happy boy. He was disgruntled. He wasn't treated very well by Joey. I don't think anybody at the studio really was. Joey just sort of was trying to I don't know, he was just trying to like get by until he could bring his ink machine creations to life, because I think he thought that would save the studio. So he was sort of putting everything else off in order to put all his finances and his time and his effort into the creation and maintenance of this ink machine. Now, we're getting towards the end of the chapter, guys, so I'm just going to reiterate, if you do want to see more of these PS4 playthroughs, where I'm showing you the secrets as we go through and just talking casually about Bendy and the ink machine, let me know in the comments below. I can make these videos, they're not that hard to put together, they're quite fun, but obviously I don't want to be putting out stuff that you guys aren't that interested in. Here's the axe, my favourite weapon. I think everybody in their right mind's favourite weapon. It just feels so good to use, it's very powerful. So now we're going to go and get the last bacon soup can. Of course, the creator lied to us, we know, is a reference to Joey, because when using the looking glass tool, it actually says Joey up there at the top. Joey lied to us, so we were kind of speculating if that might be Henry for a while, but it is definitely Joey. So break through all these boards. This has been boarded up. This is, of course, where the sort of pentagram type thing is. The alchemic symbol, you might say. And the coffins, I think that's Grant and Norman's coffin there, if I'm remembering correctly. And here's the last can of bacon soup in the chapter, guys. So that's all your bacon soup for chapter 1, I think. I hope I haven't missed any. And now let's finish it off by entering this circle and passing out. And that is the chapter done, guys. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this playthrough of Bendy and the Ink Machine on PS4. The PS4 version has been patched up quite a lot now. It seems to be running fairly well and has a lot of graphical effects put back into the game that were missing on launch. It also seems to have very few bugs, apart from the weird glitch with the audio logs. So I'm kind of wondering if that means the trophy's still bugged for the audio logs, I'm not sure. But either way, I hope you have enjoyed this playthrough. It is recommended you pick this up on console now. I was a bit reserved about it when I first picked it up with the bugs, but they've been, to be fair to them, they've been very quick at fixing that stuff. So hats off to them, to be honest. And as I say, that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, of course, give it a like. Remember to leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next video.